of the pipes and some other concept, and we were about to discuss custom pipes. In that also we have created one custom pipe which was changing the first letter to capital, right? In the same time I gave you a task also that you have to create a custom pipe, right? Remember I gave a task, right? I think I have updated that same in the classroom also. Create a filter pipe which will accept the array and it will filter out the data. And no one has done it, by the way. Here also, okay, one person did it here. Who did it? Akhil has done it. Okay. What about you? Filter pipe. At least try doing it, guys. Creating a custom pipe in Angular which will accept an array as input and it will give output in the form of array in which all the elements will be a number only. So this was the problem statement that we need to solve. Example, let's say input you are giving in the form of, let's say you have given an input as 10, 20, ABC, then 50, and then DEF. Now, if you are writing this input and you are writing your pipe there, output should come in a way in which only numbers will be there. In which only numbers will be there. Means there will be no string or other true false values. Let's say here I am writing one boolean value true, but your array will be having only numbers. So your output will come in 10, 20 and 15. 10, 20 and 50. Okay. So this is what you need to do. This is what you need to do. And you have to create a custom pipe for it. So let's go back to the code. Today we will try to create one or two custom pipe, right? So that you can understand it. So this was yesterday we created this capitalized pipe, right? And it was changing the first letter of a word to capital letters. Open the terminal. So I will create a new pipe in the pipes folder. Our project name is temp. So at first I will go in this folder. After that, inside temp, there is src folder, app folder, then pipes folder. So I will write cd src slash app slash pipes, or one by one you can come. One by one means, so right now you are in the temp folder. So inside the temp folder, you need to go to src folder first. So I will write src. Inside this src, you have app folder. So I will write cd app, then cd pipes. Now in this folder of pipes, I will generate that new pipe. So I will write ng generate pipe. In shortcut, I am writing ng generate pipe. Then you need to write the pipe name. So I will write filter number. Filter number. So I have created a pipe with the name filter number, and you will see that it has been created. In the pipes folder, you will see filter numbers specs file and filter numbers normal file. Right? So it has created. Now your task is to transform the coding of this pipe so that it should take the values. First thing you have to do is you need to remove this. And if you want to remove everything, that also you can remove. Let me remove everything from here. Right inside the class, I have removed everything. Start writing transform. When you will write transform, this code will come. When you will write transform, this code will come. Even if this code is not coming, no need to worry. Let's say I will type entire thing. So you need to type transform brackets, means transform is a function here and it will return something. As of now, it is returning null. Now this transform function, start writing it here. It will accept one value. It will accept one value. What will be the type of your value? Because sometimes we have to accept the value of some particular type. So I will write that value colon any. Means any value can be there but array. Because this time we will pass a array. So I am writing value colon any and keeping the square bracket, which means any type of array I am writing. You can keep a comma if you want to write some other, let's say format. What will be its format? Format will be in number. So you can write those things, but there will be no format. So I am removing this. I am simply keeping there will be input in the form of value any, and that's it. If you want to write the type of this function, so that also you can write any. There is the any type of this function, but no need, it will directly work. But if you want to write, you can, that there will be of any type. Or let me remove it. After taking the value input, let me tell you how we will solve it. See, whenever a problem comes to you, try to break down the problem. Right? I'm not talking about coding problem. I'm talking about a problem. If it is related to your Professional coding, break down the problem. Personal also, break down the problem. There are high chances that you will solve it. Now, our problem is like this, that there is an array, let's say 10 and ABC, and third element is 20. Now, what is your task? You want to delete this ABC, right? First thing, as a developer, this is my personal opinion that if you are writing your problem, writing means on pen and paper. If you are writing your problem, there are high chances that you will solve that. Don't try to solve each and every problem in your brain. It doesn't work. Write it down. Then you will find a way. Now, is it very easy to run a loop inside a array? Yes, of course, we can run a loop. Now, what you need to do? You just need to check the type of this element. So I will create another array. Can we create another array also? Yes, of course, we can create another array. Okay. Now run a loop on this array and check the type of each element. If it is a number, type of is there. If it is a number, push that element to the next array. So here we are running a loop. 10. Type of 10 is number. So 10 will be pushed here. Type of single quote ABC string. No, we'll move forward. Type of 20 number. Push that element into next array. And you have created a filter pipe. That's it. Now we will try to implement the same concept in coding. First thing what you are doing, you are running a loop. Or in the first step you declared another array. So I will declare let array and its type will be any array, right? Let array, I am declaring this let array, but I will declare its type any kind of array. That's it. You can work with the same array also. How we can work with the same array? Instead of writing the data in next array, better to delete the non number elements from this array. That is also a possibility. You can delete this array, but I will tell you both the ways. So first I have declared a array of any type, right? After this I will run a loop. So let's write a loop. Let I equals to 0, because indexing starts from 0. I is less than. Now you don't know how many elements are there, but you know value dot length, right? We have a length function. So I will write value dot length, arrays length, semicolon, and then I plus plus. Now in this for loop will be running on the value array now. Now you need to check if value is the array name with the indexing of I. Dot is, or first you can do type of. First you can do type of. There is a type of operator. Type of value with the indexing I. If the type of is equals to number, if the type of is coming as number, arr dot push. In this array you will push. What you will push? Value with the I indexing. Or no problem, you can do one thing, you can delete the element here. So what I will check this time, if the type of is not equals to number, if the type of that particular element is not equals to number, then I will write value dot splice I is the indexing that I want to delete, one element I need to delete, and I will write I minus minus because one element you have deleted, so index got decreased by 1, and this particular function will return the value. That's it. So we have implemented something here, but we have to check it's working also. So go to your typescript file at first and we will import this pipe. So I will write import filter number pipe. So it is got imported. Then you have to use it here. Filter number pipe. Now this is the array in which I will try to filter out the data. So I will write 10 comma ABC comma 34 comma true comma false comma again this 23 I am writing as a string because I am writing it in single quote. Now what should be my output? 10 and 34, right? 10 and 34 should be my output when I'm using this array with our filter number pipe. So go to app component.html. Here, let's render. We are rendering the value of ARR array with the filter number pipe, and the name of pipe is filter number. So we'll start the application. So what we are getting here, 10 and 34, means all the number values are coming only. Now this time let me change the values. So I will add one more number value in the end, and you will see that 10 34 0. I will add one string value. So that value is not getting added here. Why? Because your pipe is working in between. That's how easily you create a filter pipe, which will filter out all the numbers only, leaving other things behind. Right? Understood? So what are the steps to do this? Steps are very common and simple. In the step 1, generate a new pipe by name filter number or any other name of your choice. Okay. In the second step, customize the generated file or pipe file. In what way you need to customize it? In this way. I'm not saying that this is the only method. There are other methods also, right? There are other methods also that you can use. custom pipes in Angular. So this is one pipe that we have done. Now we will write one another pipe. We want the output along with the brackets also. Okay. So if you want the output along with the brackets, for that you need to customize your return statement. Here we are returning the value. Do one thing, try to return a starting bracket as first, then some value. And if you are writing the things in an unordered way, right? This is the unordered way here. You cannot write this. So here if I am writing value in this bracket, you can think in this way that in the last time we were writing value and this time I am returning brackets and then values. So it will hardly make some change there. Let's check. Or there is a slight possibility that it will be coming as a entire value array. Possibilities are there, it can come. We'll check. Right? So if you are writing bracket there, it doesn't mean that it will take it. But now we need to change something. What you need to change? You have to change your function. So I am saying that my function is of type any array. It is a type of any array. And when I converted my transform function to any array, what changes it will make? So here, if you are directly writing value and returning it, so I'll show you in this way. Okay, we have made changes to the pipe, so we need to run it again. Whenever you are making changes to your pipes and other functionalities, reload your application. Whenever you are importing something from outside, reload your application. Refreshing doesn't work. So when I converted my pipe function to be a array function, you will see that there is no change. There is no change. This time we will convert it to a string function. So here is our pipe. Instead of any, I will convert it to a string array. I'll convert it to a string array. And when we are converting it to a string array, or let's say string, not a array. So now when I converted it to a string, you will see that return is throwing error. Return is saying that you cannot assign this value to this string directly. For that, either it should be a string here or it should be a number. For that, we'll convert our input to a string array, right? At first, we will convert our string array and then we will return the string array as well, right? So first the value will be coming as a string array and then it will be going as a string array. But you need to understand this return, that how it will be returning the value, right? How it will be returning the value. So no change. Let's run it. Here at last we need to make use of backtick, right? Okay, there is some error. So in the very last, when you are done with everything, you need to convert it to something different. So when I'm writing a string here, it will throw error that you cannot directly return it. So I will try to return a string only, but string I will return in backtick format. String I will return in backtick format. If you know the use of backtick, it actually reference the variables also. So I will write brackets here, and when I have written brackets, so you will see we need to refresh it. So run again. So brackets are coming, but value is not coming because we are returning the brackets only. So if you are writing value inside it, right? So how value will be coming in this way? So value is not taking the reference. For that, we can use the JSON parsing format. So I will write dollar and curly brackets, write the value here. Dollar and curly brackets, then value. And you will see that your data is coming in square brackets. So when nothing is working, you can return a string using backtick. So your data is coming as a array with brackets also. Let's say change the code also, and I'll use the same one here itself. Okay, I'm giving you a problem statement and a little time to think. Okay, I'm giving you a problem statement and a little time to think over it. Create a pipe in Angular which will trim the large string and it will show the appending operator. So let's say user has written a very long input string in some this way, that let's say my name is Shivam and I am a Java full stack developer. And so this is a very large string. So your output should come in a way that my name is Shivam and I am a Java dot dot dot. In this way, your output should come, right? You have a 2 minute of time to think, or if you can want to take more, you can take. But just think it once how you will implement this. You need to implement this pipe, that if a very large string is coming as an input, you will ask the user that up to how much value you want to trim it. Up to how much value you want to trim it. Let's say user is saying that trim my indexing on 20 letters. So it will count 2 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So after 20, dot, dot, dot will show. This is your problem statement that you need to solve. Right? This is your problem statement that you need to solve now. Yes, anybody got the idea how you will implement this, or which function method you will use here? So let's write it. Create a pipe in Angular which will take a string input and it will trim the string up to a desired value. Up to a desired value. Like how? So let's say if input is coming in this way, let my name is. Now this is the string and user is writing the value equals to 10. So if user has written 10, you need to count that where 10 particular indexings are coming. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 2 words here, 4 words here, 6, 1 space 7, 8, 9, 10. So till is we are having 10 indexing. So your output should come in this way. Your output should come in this way that my name is dot dot dot. Your output should come in this way if user is writing the value 10. Okay, your output should come in this way. Understood the problem? At least tell me understood the problem statement. Okay, so for that, first thing we need to do is we need to generate the pipe. So we need to generate the pipe in src, then app, and then pipe folder, pipes. ng generate pipe, and I will write this name pipe as trim pipe. Trim pipe. You can write the small letters also. So like that, ng, g for generate, p for pipe. But whenever you are writing, try to write the complete one also. So trim pipe file is coming here, right? So you have to open the typescript file. Trim pipes typescript, this one. That's it. If you want to remove this transform function, you can remove. So there is nothing. You can write by your own. You know, generally, whenever you are creating something and some boilerplate code is coming, means some code is coming already, you will have fear to delete that code. That how I will write that, right? Am I right? Whenever you are generating something and some code is coming, you will have fear to delete that code. Or it's okay, delete it. If you want to delete the class also, that you can delete. If you want to delete this class, you can delete. What's the big deal in that? There's no big deal. Delete it. When you are deleting it, you will think that how I can build this. First thing, you need to export a class here. That is called trim pipe class. First thing, you need to export class trim pipe, right? Export class trim pipe. First thing. Second thing is, it should implement the transform pipe. It should, or first we need to import it, because we are importing here transform pipe. So I have imported pipe transform. Here also it will implement that. That's it. Now it is throwing error. It is throwing error that transform property is missing. So write a transform property in the class. So I will write transform and it's a function. That's it. Error is removed. Then you need to write the pipe name. For that, you have to write at the rate of pipe here. You have to write at the rate of pipe. And how you will write it? You will have to write its name. That what is the name of pipe? So name I am writing, let's say trim pipe. Trim pipe. That's it. You have again written that code. Means this pipe will be used as with this name. What's big deal in that? Try to understand the coding. Don't just blindly follow this, how everything is working. Now this transform function will take a value which will be in string. It will take one value which will be in string. It will take one number which will be, or it will take one num which will be type of number, that which to which indexing you want to cut this string. That's it. Now user is providing you string and a number. If user is providing you string in the form of a b c d e f g h I j k l, and user has provided you the number 5, what you want to have to return to the user? A b c d e. This is what you need to return to the user with a dot 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 sign. This is what you need to return. That's it. For that, you need to check something. Instead of writing this thing in the pipe, open a compiler for JavaScript or TypeScript and try to do this thing here. So there is a string. So I will declare let str equals to a b c d e f g h I j, something like that you can write. and I will declare let number equals to 4. And you need to print the output abcd dot 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 in this way, right? For that, let's check the length of a string. So I will write console.log str.length. So it will print 10. There are 10 elements here. Then now it should print 6. It's printing. Now you got the string length. You got the string length. User is providing you the number. User providing you the number. I will declare one string as result. Let result. In result, I will slice the top string. In this, starting index is 0 and last indexing is the number that user is providing. So 0 to num. This time let's print the result. It is printing ABCD. Here if I am writing 5, it is printing ABCDE. You just need to print this result with dot dot dot. That's it. Right? That's it. So now go back to your TypeScript. Here I will declare one string that let res and its type is string only. And I will write res is equals to value dot slice. It will be getting slice from 0 to the indexing that user is giving. User will give the indexing in the form of a number, right? And this particular function will return this particular function will return something, and it will return a string, or let's say it is returning result plus dot dot dot, right? This pipe is returning result with 3 dots. That's it. We will check its working once. So for that, same thing we will do. First go to the app components typescript file and we will import it here. See, all the pipes are written inside this pipes folder and we have to import them again and again. Generally, you can import them in one go also. I'll show you that as well. Then I will use this trim pipe here. Now inside this, I will write a string. So let's say str equals to I am in Hyderabad right now. Okay, I am in Hyderabad right now. I will open the component file. I will write str here and I will write trim pipe. I think this is the name that we have given, trim pipe. So if I am writing string and trim pipe, generally write the name as trim only. Don't write trim pipe. Then I will run the application. I'm not writing any indexing value. Directly I'm running it. So what it is saying? Error. And what is the error? That it is expecting two things. You are not giving a single one. So what I will write, I will keep a colon here. I will keep a colon here and I will write here, let's say 5. Trim pipe colon 5. Let's import, means run the application again. I am space dot dot dot. What is the indexing value that I have given? 5. Check 1, then space 2, 3, 4, and then space 5 are coming. Let's write one more indexing here, something let's say 12, right? There is a problem, but there is a problem in this. If I'm trimming it to let's say 45, entire is coming. Entire string is coming because you are giving a outer indexing, so entire will come, right? That's it. Now you can trim any string in this way by providing the indexing. Here, if you are writing something around, let's say 3, you will see I a dot dot dot. Now, the answer is not coming in a good way, right? Answer is not coming in a good way. So you can implement more condition that at least 10 you have to write. At least 10 you have to write here. You can customize these things in the declaration part, that at least 10 word you should write. So something like that. That is how you create the trim pipe, which will trim a string. So how to create this pipe? In the step 1, generate a new pipe with the name trim pipe. With the name trim pipe. In the step 2, customize the code, and this is how you need to customize it. Okay, you need to customize the code in this way, and that's how it works. Understood the custom pipes? I'm creating a task here because your yesterday's task I solved. Now you need to create this task. In this task, create a custom pipe. Create a custom pipe which will accept an array of numbers. Remember, array is strictly should be numbers only. Means no string, no boolean value will be there. So create a custom pipe which will accept an array of numbers, and it will return the sum of all the elements of the array. This is your task that you need to create a pipe for it. I'm giving you an example that what you need to do. Let's say your array is having element as 10, 0, 5, 8. So your answer that your pipe should give should be 23, because 10 plus 0, 10 plus 5, 15 plus 8, 23. Your answer should come as 23, right? The answer should come in this way. You need to create this pipe. I'll update the same task in the classroom also. But if you are not trying to attempt the task, it's not a good thing, guys. At least try. It's better to fail in reality than winning in imagination. If you are winning in your imagination, that's bad. Fail in reality. That is far better. Your biggest fear in coding is not doing it. Do it. You will have no fear then. If Angular is giving you fear, do it. If pipe is giving you fear, create a pipe. Think it. If you want 10 questions, I will give you 10 questions. It is just you. Now I have designed 3 custom pipes. Generally, there was only one pipe in syllabus, filter pipe. But for your better understanding, I created 3. If I am putting some extra efforts for you, you have to give it back, right? You have to give it back. So give it back. That's how we close with the pipes. Pure and impure pipe, yesterday we discussed, right? Pure and impure pipe, yesterday we have discussed. That if a pipe is rendering only when the value is changing, that is called pure pipe. But you can change that. For that, here you need to write pure colon false. This pipe is not pure now, right? This pipe become false. Means it is a impure pipe. You can write it. By default, this pure is set to true. You can change it to false in the pipe decorator. But generally it's of no use. So you can keep it back. Okay. Understood? Will we make a new project? Of course, we will create a new project. We will create lot of project. Don't worry. If I am teaching, you don't have to worry about projects. Make sure this thing. Any course I am teaching, you don't have to worry about projects. Because if I am not building projects, I don't feel like good. So we will build. Don't worry. Whatever new topics are coming, we will build their project. And we will complete the shoe cart also. Now the next topic that we are starting in Angular is services and dependency injection. Services and dependency injection. What we are discussing? Services and dependency injection. In your language, what exactly is services? If I give you a one word that please define services in a single sentence. So what will be your answer for services? Services. Yes, what will be your answer for services? Let's talk about the food delivery apps. Zomato, Swiggy is there. Can they considered as services? They are providing you the service of food delivery? No? Yes? So how exactly you will define services? And this is a very common word, you know? Very common word. At least define services. So can we say like that services are the things that will ease out our work. First thing, if you are using, what is war between DeepSeek and ChatGPT? Thanuja, what is this question? I don't know about the war between DeepSeek and ChatGPT, but I know one thing, that they will take your job if you are not learning Angular. So learn Angular instead of talking about their war. So services are something which will ease out your work. Let's say if you want to go to high tech city from Amirpet, you need to walk. God has given you legs, right? God has given you legs, but there are transport services available. You can go by your cab, you can go by metro, you can go by bus, like other mediums are available. That is a service only. That is a service. And generally, services are reusable. Generally, services are reusable. What are services? Reusable. You can reuse them. It is not like that from for one day you traveled from Amirpet to high tech city by metro, and second day metro will say no, no, yesterday you have traveled, now you will not go. It's reusable. So services are the part in which you need to build them only one time. Services are the things or part that you need to build them only one time, and you can use them n number of times. Means there is no limit. There is no limit. We are talking in Angular and about Angular. So I will say that in Angular, services are the classes. Services are the classes that you will write, which will be doing some work, and you can reuse them. You can reuse them. And dependency injection is a thing which is related to services only. In dependency injection, one class will be implementing something and you will be using that. I will give you an example here. Let's say these are all of you Angular students, right? These are all of you Angular students, and I'm talking about both offline and online, right? Now you want a service, and that service should be capable enough to teach you Angular, right? You need a service in which you should get the knowledge of Angular. So, particularly, you want a service for Angular training, right? You want a service for Angular training. Now, this is your goal that you want to achieve. This is your goal that you want to achieve, that you want to know about Angular. Now, there comes the big bull of the market. Now, NIT got to know that there are around 300 students who want to learn Angular, right? So, NIT can provide you the trainings of Angular, right? Naresh IT can provide you the training of Angular, but training is not a like a item that you can go and purchase. It's a continuous process of 2.5 months or 3 months, any number of days. For that, NIT also depends on someone, right? This NIT also depends on someone. So let's say NIT depends here. And who is this? Let's say Angular trainer. Here NIT has a Angular trainer. Now where is the concept of reusability. Let's say I am teaching Angular to you. Is it my final batch of Angular here? No. After all, you also I will teach, right? After you also I will teach Angular. Now I am teaching Java or other thing I am teaching. I will teach after you also. After that batch also I will teach. So what NIT is thinking that we can hire a person as a depending here. Now, let's say I am the only trainer for Angular here. Generally, there are other trainers also, but I am just thinking that I am the only Angular trainer in Naresh IT, right? So this Naresh IT is actually dependent on me only for Angular classes, right? Naresh ITs depend on me only for these Angular classes. So whatever students are coming, let's say this is the batch 21. When this completed, batch 22 will come. So Naresh IT did a one-stop solution for by hiring a Angular trainer. Here batches will come and go, but they will be reusing this Angular trainer. They will be reusing this Angular trainer for other batches, other consecutive batches actually. This is called dependency injection, in which Naresh IT is injecting the dependency of an Angular trainer directly so that they can provide you the service of Angular training to the students who want to get enrolled in this course. This is called services and dependency injection. Generally, if you are from .NET, dependency injection is there also, and if you are from Java, it is totally dependency injection only, right? So entire Spring and Spring Boot is depend on dependency injection, right? Understood? Now, if I have to ask you that what is this? This is a theoretical definition or real world definition. How is it related to Angular? Is it really related to Angular? Or what is this? Like, is there a particular connection going on here? So my answer is yes. Connection is going on here. In Angular, you will create a class in such a way that it is solving some problem. Like we have created a pipe one time. We have created a pipe one time and we can use that pipe any n number of times. Two time, three time, four time. In an Angular application, you can use 100 time. There's no restriction. You just have to write the pipe name and you can use it. In the same way, we will create the classes which will be dealing with some problem or which will be solving some problems. In that, you will be injecting their dependency and we will be using them. Okay? But it's a broader topic. So, like last 10 minutes are there. You can ask the questions from previous topics. This we will start tomorrow now. If you have any questions regarding previous topics, let me know.